Hi, this is Tim Guy. I'm going to be showing a app here that I actually just learned about today. It's kind of a cool thing called ClassKick. Just to give a little bit of background about where I teach and what we do at my school. We have a one-to-one technology implementation. So all of my students have an iPad. So we're constantly looking for new apps and new things to kind of do some student interaction and some of the online tools that we're looking for. So it's actually something I just found out about today at an in-service that I'm kind of excited about, so I wanted to kind of share about it because it's new to me and I think it's pretty cool. Of course, I just closed one of the tabs that I wanted. Just give me a second to upload this. But looking at the book on the page 110, I think it was, where it had that chart of different kind of tools for online collaboration. This tool, I think, definitely fits into the sections on demonstrating student mastery, and it also fits into the section on let me just pull this up real quick so I make sure I don't say the wrong thing. It also kind of fits into the problem solving section. So what's kind of cool is you're going to see that students can really interact in this program and really kind of work with each other and actually help each other out when they have problems. So it's kind of a cool thing. While the teacher can also be looking at what's going on and kind of help students who might be having problems, while also kind of showing them, demonstrating that they understand what's going on. So just to give a little brief overview of ClassKick, this is kind of the main page when you log in. What's pretty nice about it, though, is that if you look kind of over here, they actually give you some tutorials. So there's a teacher tutorial, a student tutorial when you get logged in. They have some getting started things. And then, so this is where like your main assignments are. You can make some rosters. So you can kind of say that certain kids would be in class 1 or class 2 and kind of have them pre-logged in. It also lets you kind of assign assignments to different rosters of kids. Kind of almost like a Google Classroom. You can say, hey, this is class number 5 or period 5. They're going to have these assignments. Some other things are pretty cool up here. This is where you make new assignments up at the top right. And what's really nice about this is that you can either make a blank one, which I'm going to show you in a second, something I made from blank, or you can also upload a PDF. So maybe you have a worksheet you've already made that you really think is a good thing for the students to work through. For example, if you take my activity from my video where my students were working on a rational function and kind of exploring some things with rational functions, I think that this would be a great thing to do for that. You can actually link right in. I'll show you too when we go to the assignment. You can actually link in some files for them, so I can link them right into the some of the activities that we did during that. But also, I can bring in some worksheets and have them work right on there. So some of the graphing, I can have XY axes right on there and have them graph doing that. I can also have the link, as I said, to Desmos from my activity. So it's pretty cool, some of the stuff you can do and just link right in. But if we go into what one of the assignments look like, since that's kind of the big thing here, this is what the teacher side looks like. So basically, it's almost like a slideshow you kind of have set up with different kind of problems and different things on there. So if you look here, this would be like problem number 1 now. Obviously, this is not a finished product. This is me just playing around with it today. So I would try to make it look a little nicer than this. But just to kind of show you some things you can do. You can write right in there. So I'm just drawing a little picture. You can add in some text bubbles. So you can go in. That's where I got the graph, the rational function. So hi, everybody. You can write whatever you want. You can change things to line. This is where you can link in different things. So if I want to add a URL, I can add in www.desmos.com. I think that's the URL. I need a title, graph. I can call it. Okay, and then if you click on this, it should take them to Desmos. Right, so that's the program that we used in our activity from before. So that's pretty cool. Just link that right in there. But basically, what you can do is you can either set up almost like a lesson for them to follow or just some things for them to show what they know or what they don't know. So, again, kind of the idea of the showing mastery, they can go through and work on this. But that's not the coolest thing, because there's a lot of programs out there that are kind of synchronous whiteboards or asynchronous whiteboards, and students can do things. What's really cool is some of the power that this program has on the student side. So if we kind of look over here, I should be getting logged in. Let's see, logged in too. So this is me from the student side. So this is what I would see. You can see all the stuff we added in the hi everybody and I can click on here and go to Desmos. But not only can I sit here and I can write, So I can do my thing. Oh, I'm trying to solve my problem. I really don't know what I'm doing. This is not what this graph looks like. Okay, not only can I do that, but if I don't know what's going on, I can go up here to the top right, and I can click the please help me. Okay, so I raise my hand and say, please help. I need help. I don't know what's going on. Now, the two things you can do is, one, as the teacher, I can look at what's going on. Let's make sure I find the right spot for this. So I think I need to be, again, this is my first time using this, so I can kind of go down here. So this is one where it's running. This is the sample roster. I can click on this. This is an activity running as soon as it loads. And I can see, oh, look, I have a student who raised their hand. They don't know what's going on. Let's check and see what's going on. Oh, look, they're confused. Let me show them on their paper. This is not what the function should look like. So I'll use blue because I'm nice, and say, no, this is not what it should look like. And if I go back to the student side, okay, it should, if you look, there it goes, okay? So it says the teacher's helping me. Oh, look, he's telling me this is wrong. Oh, I probably should get my eraser tool out and erase some of this and maybe fix this. Now, that's cool, but there's also a lot of apps out there that let you do that. And you see, I can't erase what the teacher wrote because they wrote that on there. And that's really awesome. But the thing where the collaboration comes in, one of the coolest features, I think, with this, and why I'm going to be trying it in my classroom, is that you could have another student. So let's log into another ClassKick account here, if I can get there. Okay, so you have another student log in. And hopefully it's not being annoying. There we go. Okay, cool. So I can go in. I can try to log in with the class code, which if I find it, CFYUDU. So CFYUDU. And I'll call myself the guy because I'm really cool now. Okay, so I sign in. So I'm working along, right? Let's say this student, they raise their hand again because they need help. And the teacher hasn't helped me yet. Oh, no, I need help. If I'm this student, I can look up here in the top left and say, oh, look, there's a hand being raised. And it's anonymous. It actually just has different animals. So this is demoralized duck. Earlier today we saw something elephant. I forget what it was. But anyway, so I can click on this, and it'll actually take me to the other student, and I can see what's going on, and I can help them with their problem. Oh, hey, this is not what's supposed to be going on, or why there's scribbles on here. You wrote, hi, everybody. I can go ahead and I can show you, well, there's going to be an asymptote at -2. So let me go to -2. And that's where I'd go ahead and draw my line for my asymptote. And then I go ahead and have my function, whatever it looks like, draw my rational function. Okay, so not only is this a tool for mastery, it's also a tool where students can sort of collaborate and almost kind of work together to try to figure out some of the issues they might be having. You know, I can raise my hand and say, hey, I need help. And then another student can come on at any time, and they can see, oh, look, another student's asking for help. I feel pretty confident about this. Let me go in and help them. As the teacher, I can see who's helping who, what's going on with what, and so I can kind of go in and try to make sure that things are on the up and up and what's going on. Some of the things, obviously, I need to work through is beyond sort of the helping features. How can I make sure students are, helping each other correctly and not just going on drawing inappropriate pictures on each other's things? And that's some of the things I'm kind of excited to explore with this over the next couple days when I try to implement this in my classroom. But I thought this was something that is a great kind of tool for collaboration. Again, if you look kind of at the textbook, I'm bringing the chart right up, but I think it definitely fits in the problem solving. Students can kind of work together, kind of figure out to help each other with what their issues are, and definitely as a way to collaboratively show that they demonstrate their mastery. In math, they have to show me how they can do the problem, and this is a way for them to show and also get some help if they need it. So I really like this tool. I really like some of the interaction that it can promote, especially in the math classroom. I think that one of the best ways for students to get better at math is to look at their mistakes and figure out their mistakes, and also to look at other students' mistakes and kind of almost teach them how to do it or figure out how to help them out, or what are some common things that are going on. So this tool really has that in spades, and I think it's just a pretty cool, pretty powerful tool to use. So whether you want to use it in an online classroom, in a flipped classroom, or in a regular classroom that has some technology components, I think that this is definitely an effective tool and a cool one to use.